go. As we all know, this is the Super Soul Warrior Dwan. I am here again to go ahead and break some knowledge down to you on a thing I call gym obsession. Kind of reminds me, anytime I hear the word gym, it kind of makes me think of the song of Jim and the Holograms back in the 80s. And anytime it's time for me to go to the gym, I'll go ahead and sing to myself, Gym is excitement, ooh, gym is adventure. I don't know, it has that feel to it or whatever else for myself, man. But the topic tonight is gym obsessions. And, there are a lot of things in this day and age that has broken that a little bit. I think it's because of naturally the pandemic is one of those things, but at the same time, for those who are fortunate enough, like myself, to be able to still work out in gyms, we're, whether with mask and all these other restrictions and everything like that, but at the same time, I've been kind of obsessed with the gym since I was about 14 years old. Whether it was in my basement or, in an official gym or whatever else, I've been doing this for a while. I'm 44, turned 45 this year. So the thing is, I'm gonna go ahead and go into how and why I started. When I started, it was because of, first of all, I used to get bullied a lot. I got beat up and I would fight and all these different things when I was younger. And through the magic of watching wrestling, I felt like that was what a man was supposed to be. My favorite wrestler at the time was Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan was big on talking about, training, saying your prayers, eating your vitamins, and I'm gonna tell you this, I ate that up all the way through. Every week he was going through the challenge of his life, and he was, every opponent was a monster and all these different things, and he really motivated me to want to do something in my life to get better, to keep me off the streets, to basically roll with that. It was him that really got me started. I wasn't always would I say proficient or dedicated to it in my early years, because I really didn't understand the science of it. I saw all these magazines later on and started reading it here and there and started getting some type of education on that. But in the beginning, it was just more so I saw these dudes on television. I felt that it would be easy and a simple thing. And not knowing that these guys were doing steroids or whatever else. But the thing is, I didn't realize the dedication to that. And it didn't happen for me to go ahead and start doing it seriously until I got into the Army. And that was in my early 20s when I had just turned 20 or getting close to 21, whatever. But that's when it really started becoming an obsession. And it helped me to go ahead and get to my scores and all, my physical fitness scores. If, for those in the military, or have been in the military or know somebody, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? And that, matter of fact, I have a PT test tomorrow. But the thing is, that's when it became very big in my life. And it was a mixture of seeing that guy, naturally I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger and all of these dudes in the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. American Gladiators, who I'm friends with on Facebook, which is so weird because, you watch them on television all the time at one point. But it was a mixture between that and also, crazy enough, Madonna, because while I was doing all this lifting and running and everything like that, I was my muscles were tightening up. And so the thing is, this was during a time when I would watch Oprah Winfrey. And this was, I want to say 98, 97, 98. And Madonna had came on Oprah's show to do an interview or whatever else about her years in the business at this point. This was about the same time that the Ray of Light came on. So, I'm sitting there watching this girl on this show and I'm seeing her arms. I was like, man, her arms are fantastic. You know what I mean? What is she doing? And any guy, that see anybody that has any type of gains or whatever else, you see him and you're like, dude, what are they doing? And sure enough, Oprah asked the question. I felt like she was in my head at that point in time, but she asked the question, what do you do? And she told her yoga. And I thought, BS, it is no way you are in that shape and form with yoga. And sure enough, that's what she said she was doing. So because of that, these two type of people, I used that. I used it in a combination of trying to go ahead and be the better version of myself. And I will say this, even though I've been dedicated to lifting weights and, in different exercises and calisthenics, yoga has been very helpful to me in my life. Yoga, even when I had got injured, yoga was the thing, and of course God's mighty hand helped restore me into a place of being healthy again. Not only the benefits of that, of the stretching and everything like that, but it really began to calm my mind down, especially in my years now, calm my mind down and be able to sort things out in a more reasonable way instead of being hyper or whatever else, and that whatever you like to call that, you don't think straight in that. And then plus it was like relieving the muscles, relieving the mind and everything like that, and helping these knots that would build up on me go away. A prime example of the benefits of what I had with yoga, I had, the first time I had a pinched nerve in my shoulder, which deflated my arms and stuff like that. And basically I was told that I couldn't work out for a while. It had to have been about, I don't know how many months. I want to say roughly 6 months, but I had to stop that. And basically, only thing that I could do was yoga. And by doing yoga, it helped with my circulation and helped inflated my arms again and everything, especially my tricep. And it would have needed, I think I probably would have needed an operation if I didn't, if God didn't put that in my head to go ahead and do more yoga, because I had stopped for a while. But when that first injury happened, that I had, I was motivated to go ahead and do that. And so when it was time to go ahead and take a physical fitness test in the Army again, I passed it. It wasn't only that, because once I started getting better, I started practicing those the tests that I needed to take, and it all worked out. Recently, I had gotten, because that was 2010 or something like that. So recently, I got injured. It was my lower back. I don't even remember how that even happened, but I eased off and did more yoga, and it stretched out those particular muscles, and I didn't use drugs or anything like that. It really helped out. So what I will say is the longevity of my career, because I've been in the Army for about 20 years. So because of the discipline that I've had, and also the mixture between yoga and lifting weights and doing bunches of cardio and stuff like that, those two things, the strengthening and stretching of my muscles on a regular basis, has helped me maintain the 20-year career I've had so far. And so the thing is, through that type of dedication, it helps in a lot of things. I've had a lot of trying times in my life, especially in the past 3 years. But the thing is, having that dedication to at least those two things that I mentioned, lifting weights and doing yoga, it has helped me get through. Naturally, prayer too and everything, and I do my meditation and stuff like that. But those two things have been the best therapy that I've had, and basically, I don't think I would even be in the military right now. I think I would have been medically discharged or kicked out because I was not fit or whatever else. So that's the thing. I know I feel great. I look younger than most of the people I grew up with, even some that I've served with earlier on in my career. I have good movement, good flexibility, good strength. I believe I'm stronger now than I was when I was in my early to mid 20s. And naturally, for some people, that's their prime years or whatever else. But I know and feel that I'm stronger than I was at that point. Now, as for being as fast, like when I run and stuff, I'm not, because I believe since my muscles got bigger and everything like that, or, there's some fat there too, but because my muscles got bigger, it takes more to energize those areas. And I had to really make a decision at one point in time. Was I going to sacrifice the weightlifting in order to go ahead and be able to have a max score run? And I was like, no, because I know what the advantages that I have in being muscular, and what benefits they've given me, whether it's, like I said, flexibility, not the achiness that usually comes with age and everything has bypassed me. Let's see, my stamina, blood flow, everything. It's all beneficial to have them than not to have them. You know what I mean? So, and then plus, I guess in a certain way, it's a kind of a safekeeping kind of armor for me or whatever else, because of being bullied when I was younger. Now is, I have the muscles that I wish I had. You know what I mean? And it's a great thing. But the downfall to some of this is, like, when you go to the gym and stuff like that, there are a-holes that are there and stuff like that, and they like trying to make fun of people who are not in shape or make them feel bad or different things. The thing that I say is, do you. If you're in there to do what you need to do, you know what you're in there for, you know what your goals are, you know what you're trying to accomplish. Forget what other people think, feel, or say. Just go ahead and roll with it as best as you possibly can. And just keep moving forward. It's a step at a time, one day at a time. It might be a part 2 to this, but as we all know, I am the Super Soul Warrior, Warrior Dwan, and I'm out.